Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing my top 5 foundations and top 5 concealers to achieve, in my opinion, like really nice skin. So if you're interested in hearing what my top picks are, then just keep watching. Okay. So when I tell you I've been around the foundation block once or twice, I've been around, honey. And I am, after skincare, probably obsessed the most with foundation. It's just, you know, when I started to age and I couldn't figure out why my skin was looking dry or crepey or whatever, I thought it was the foundation's fault. Like, true story, I thought it was Lancome's fault. In reality, it was my skin changing, but that's when my obsession for complexion products began. I've tried everything from drugstore to very high end. Not everything, obviously, but definitely a lot, because I wanted to find the perfect foundation for me. What I found, and I'm not saying that this is what everybody should go out and do, but what I found is that there's perfect foundations for me depending on what I'm doing that day, my mood that day. I mean, even the seasons, all of that contributes to, I guess, the look that I want to achieve. So I was talking with my very, very good friend, Stephi Glam. Here she is. Look at this beauty here. And we thought, like, what can we do together? We want to work together. We want to collaborate again. We did a collaboration, a Spanish-speaking collaboration a while back with the Tiny Marvels palette. And we've gotten to know each other. We love each other. And we wanted to bring something that was of value to people. So what we decided on was our top 5 concealers and top 5 foundations. I don't know what she's picking. She doesn't know what I'm choosing for my top 5, which is why I think it makes it fun. We also have very different type of skin. I am now 39. I do struggle with large pores, some fine lines and wrinkles. I also have some dryness on the perimeters of my face, and I'm combination oily skin. She is a little bit younger than me. She's talked about her journey with some acne medication for acne she had in the past. Due to that Accutane medication, she also experiences dryness. She does have a lighter complexion than I do as well. So I thought all of those things combined really make it for us being able to speak to a wide variety of different skin needs as well as skin tones. So we thought this would be fun. So this is my friend Stephi Glam. She's all things luxury. She absolutely loves the beauty community, the beauty space. She loves makeup. Honestly, when I think of like top people that are just some of the hardest working people here on YouTube, Stephi Glam is at the top. This girl uploads 5 to 7 times a week. She also runs her own business. She has kids. She runs her household, but she's got such a passion for this. She wants to share her knowledge, her experiences, her reviews with the world. And I love that. I honor that. I think that, you know, much respect to her. And I think that you guys would really enjoy her spicy little Latina personality. So make sure and go check out her video after you watch mine. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. But before we do, make sure you give me a like if you like what you see. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. We have a lot of fun here on my channel, and we're getting close to our 1,000 giveaway, which is going to be really nice, really big. If you're here from Stephi's channel, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and visiting me today. I hope you'll stick around. I hope you like what I have to share. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. For me, I thought that I would start with the way that I apply my makeup, and I always do primer, foundation, concealer, just because I like to use my concealer to brighten it up a little bit, and so I like that going over my foundation. So let's start with the top 5 foundations. Foundation number 1, budge-proof foundation that I use when I cannot afford for my foundation to not look good, is the Dior Airflash foundation. It retails for $62, and I'm in the shade 3N. This one took me a little bit to pick up, and if I'm being honest, I picked it up and I returned it because I thought I didn't like it, like it didn't work, because it's an aerosol spray component. As you can see there, you spray the foundation. So here I am, you know, trying to figure it out, spraying my face, my hair, and everything behind me. And I was like, this is so stupid. Like, I don't like this. Like, why? Once I figured out that, like, I didn't only have to spray it on my face, and I started spraying this on a sponge or brush, I absolutely fell in love. It is the most skin-like type of foundation for me. I feel like it's budge proof. You know, they use this foundation quite a bit behind the scenes for like modeling jobs, acting jobs, and it just stays put. In high humidity, it stays put. I know that Stephi Glam is in Florida where it's very humid. So this is such a beautiful, beautiful foundation. It's very long wearing, and I'm kind of obsessed with Dior. I've been for a long time, but this is also water resistant, and they do claim a 12-hour wear. I've worn this foundation for 16 hours and it still looks good. So this is one of my top 5 foundations. The next foundation that I love is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. This one retails for $44 and I'm in the shade 7M, like medium. And I just love it. It's a little bit more full coverage in my opinion than the Dior Airflash, so I don't use it all the time. I do reserve this foundation for special events if I really want more coverage, if I'm doing photography or when filming videos. I do love how my face looks with this foundation on. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I haven't tried the new Charlotte Tilbury foundation, so I can't really speak to that one. I think they say that one's even more full coverage, but I also do enjoy the super light Charlotte Tilbury foundation. In general, I think that Charlotte Tilbury does complexion and powder extremely well, and I really, really enjoy this for, you know, a fancier event or filming where full coverage is not too much of an issue. In general, full coverage, I feel on my skin cakes up a little bit. Like, I don't like how it looks on my skin. I don't like it when it looks like I have cake face or anything like that. So this one is really pretty, but still gives a lot of coverage. The next foundation is one that is a little bit newer to my collection, but man, became a favorite instantly. And it's the Kogan Do Moisture Foundation. This is the new formula that was just released a couple months ago, and I just love, love, love this formula. It took me a little bit to learn how to use it. There was a little bit of a learning curve, but once I figured out how to properly use it, I just fell in love with how it looked on my skin. I'll leave my review up here, but in general, what you need to do is make sure don't use a lot of this foundation. Only a couple of little dots on your fingers will be enough to distribute throughout the face. And I have found that your fingers are the best application method for this foundation. If you don't know, this line of foundations was created to use backstage for like movie projects and modeling gigs and all of that, and it's extremely long wearing. It is extremely, extremely pore minimizing and pore blurring. I have combo oily skin, so I have large pores here. This refines the pores and makes it look so, so beautiful. It is also budge proof. This will not move until you remove it at the end of the night. And so, you know, this is mask approved. Does not transfer on your clothing, on anything. It is so beautiful, and it makes your skin look moisturized, not cakey, not heavy. It makes it look fresh. I really, really love this foundation. I'm in the shade 143 and it retails for $79. So it is expensive, but it's so, so worth it, you guys. It will last forever, I just know. So yeah, top 5 right here. Along the lines of not liking heavy or thick foundation, the next foundation is exactly that. It is the Chantecaille Future Skin Foundation. This is probably in my top 5 the most skin-like foundation that I have. It is so beautiful, you guys. I mean, the only thing that I have to call out on this is the component, like the actual packaging for it. I don't like. I think it has to do with the actual consistency of the product. It is a very gel-like, like moussey consistency. So that's probably why this packaging has to be what it is. I'm in the shade Nude, and oh my gosh, I just love, love, love it, you guys. I love this foundation so much. Just like the Kogan Do, I have found that the best way that I like to apply it is with my fingers. And I just go in there, just very lightly tap, and then just start smoothing over almost like a moisturizer. And my skin looks gorgeous. I'll link my Chantecaille video here so you guys can see it. In that video, I did apply it with a brush, but it was still so, so pretty. Like, I was so shocked by how pretty my face looked. And it's this one here, man. This is so beautiful. It's the Chantecaille Future Skin. This retails for $78. So again, Pretty pricey, but I love it. I love what Chantecaille as a brand stands for. If you don't know, Chantecaille really focuses on philanthropic efforts to help wildlife and preserve their habitats. And so they always give back with all of the proceeds or the revenues that are earned from the company as a whole. So that's something that I also just really love. So Future Skin Foundation is so beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. The last one I'm kind of cheating on, but it's a combination of two that I have found over time that is just beautiful. It's what I'm wearing today, and I just love it so much. So what I'm wearing today is a combination of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Skin Foundation and the Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation. This one, the ABH, is in the shade 300C, so 300 Cool, and it's just a tiny bit too light for me. I'm usually more of a neutral undertone. Well, the Stay Naked foundation is in the shade 41NN, and it's just slightly too warm or too tan for me. But when I put these two together, they're beautiful. So this one is more of a luminous foundation. I am oily skin type, so this makes me oily very quickly. I also don't get a long wear time out of it. I mean, I can wear it for like 5 or 6 hours, but not much more than that. And then after that, it kind of looks yucky. But when I pair it with the most beautiful matte foundation that I have ever found, I mean, it is the most pore blurring, most beautiful matte foundation. This combination is heavenly. I mean, I love this so much, and I just got this, well, I mean, about a year ago when it came out, but look at that. Like, that's how much I've used out of the foundation. This doesn't happen in Yadi's world because I'm obsessed with foundations and I have a ton of them. But when I like a foundation, you can tell because it's almost gone. So I love, love, love this combination. You get a really soft, matte, blurring type of skin. It stays put. The Stay Naked does not budge. It is extremely long wearing, pore minimizing. But with just a little bit of dew of this Luminous Silk Foundation, I just found the perfect combination and I'm just obsessed with it. I love it. This foundation retails for $39 and the Anastasia Beverly Hills retails for $38. So in the same price range, but man, combined together, they're just so beautiful. If you have dry skin, I really do think that you would love the Luminous foundation on its own. I think it's so beautiful. I don't know how long wearing it would be, but they don't claim to be long wearing. They claim to be luminous, but I do think you would love this alone. And if you are oily skin type, I do think that you would love the Stay Naked alone. Like during the summer, I will just wear this and it looks gorgeous. I just love it. But as we're getting into the colder months, combining these looks really pretty. Oh man, that was fun. Okay, I love talking foundations, man. Like, I just love it. So now we're gonna get into concealers. And along with having this oily combination skin type, maybe a little drier in the perimeters, I also have dry under eyes, which is just like, I don't know. My face is just bipolar, you guys. So I gotta figure it out, right? So I have some really beautiful concealers here that I wanna share with you all. We're gonna, again, start with Dior. I love Dior. They're just so, so good. And this has been like a holy grail staple for me since like the beginning of the year when I found it. I think it was recommended on Michelle Wong's video, but it's the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer. I'm in the shade 2N, and it just gives you like the most beautiful like brightening effect throughout the face. If you remember with the foundation, I'm in the shade 3N, so this is just one shade lighter, but it just makes for the most perfect combination. I just love it so much, you guys. It looks just like skin. It doesn't crease too much, but I always still set the under eye, so I just want to put that out there. This concealer retails for $36, but I just think it's so worth it. I mean, I just got it a few months ago and February or March, and I'm already halfway. So again, like, you can tell I like it because I use this almost on the daily. So yeah, my #1 recommendation here. The next concealer and the second to the newest in my collection is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD self-setting concealer. This concealer is bomb, you guys. I was at Sephora with my sister. She was looking for a concealer and she picked it up because the rep recommended it. They weren't doing samples, so she recommended this one. She kind of just went for it, and as we're walking out of Sephora, I just grabbed it from her and I'm like applying it and I'm like, oh my God, it looks so pretty. And I literally turned around and went to go buy it. This is just gorgeous. Just like it says, it's absolutely self-setting. You don't have to set this with a powder under your eyes. It will set and it will not move. It's very, very skin-like. And even though it self-sets, it's not drying either under your eyes. So I love this concealer. I'm in the shade 31 and it retails for $28. I love, 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 love this one. The next one that's kind of a holy grail for me, and again, you can tell I'm already down to here, and I only bought this like 3 months ago. It's the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Concealer. I'm in the shade Light Medium 11. This concealer retails for $32, and holy crap. When I say this is full coverage, it is full coverage, honey. The formula is a little bit thicker, but at the same time, it doesn't cake up on you. I kind of compare this to the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Same consistency. It just looks so pretty, even though it's full coverage. I prefer to do full coverage concealer versus full coverage foundation. But if I just do a light foundation on my face, but do a full coverage concealer under the eyes, it's just perfection. Perfection, you guys. If you love full coverage concealers, full coverage everything, this is an absolute must in your collection. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. The next one is Charlotte Tilbury again. This one is the Magic Away Liquid Concealer. This is in the shade 5M. If you remember, my foundation with Charlotte Tilbury is 7M. So I went up 2 shades. I felt like that was the right brightening shade to go with. I like it. I just bought it a little while ago and I'm already like almost halfway. It doesn't come with a ton of product, but it's really, really good, you guys. I think that I don't struggle with under eye darkness too much, but there are days when I've had a rough night or I didn't sleep well or whatever's going on with me and I'm a little darker in this area. And this one does a really good job of brightening and I like it. Some people complain about the actual component of it because it can get a little bit messy, but I like this little sponge. I think it's perfect for getting exactly in where you need to. And yeah, I really, really enjoy this concealer. Again, retails for $32 and I think this one's a good buy. And my last concealer, I mean, as you can tell, like when companies do complexion good, they just do it well. And, you know, for instance, we had matching concealers for Dior, for Charlotte Tilbury, and here's the matching concealer stick for Chantecaille. This is the Chantecaille Le Camouflage Stylo Pin. I'm in the shade 3, and I just love this thing so much, you guys. It comes with a brush, first of all, so this is different than what you see. Usually you see concealers with like a doe foot applicator. This comes with a brush and you just click it. Just like the Chantecaille lipsticks, you click it. But it's so yummy on dry under eyes. I like this one when I'm not wearing a lot of foundation or any makeup, maybe just sunscreen with a little bit of like de-bronzy Drunk Elephant drops. I'll put this just on the inside here and I'll just kind of dab it in with my finger and it just melds into the skin so nicely. It's not extremely high coverage. It's not too thick, which is why it's perfect for those like no makeup days. I just really, really love this. Again, as a whole, I love Chantecaille. This one retails for $52, so it is a little expensive. It is a little pricey, but like if it works, it works. I really enjoy the formula. I enjoy Chantecaille products as a whole, you know. I think that sometimes people will say like, why would you pay so much for makeup? You know, whatever. In addition to the products being extremely well formulated, it's an experience that I truly enjoy and, you know, it is what it is. I love it. I'm a bougie bitch, you know, whatever. In regards to formula and to performance, if you don't like a thick concealer or too heavy, you're really going to enjoy this Le Camouflage Stylo Pin. So, yep. So there you have it, guys. I cheated just a little bit because with the foundation, I had 6 instead of 5, but there's a reason why. But I hope that you guys enjoyed my recommendations. I hope that they were helpful for you if you're in the market for a new foundation. I would say most of these foundations, except for Chantecaille and Kogan Do, can be found on the Sephora website. There's a Sephora sale coming, the holiday savings event. Let me link my recommendations here above so that you can go check that out. But yeah, I mean, if you could get any of these high-end foundations, mid-range to high-end foundations on sale for 10, 15, 20% off, definitely do that. I can tell you that when I test a foundation, I'm extremely picky because I've got so much going on in my skin. So, you know, take it for what it's worth, but I do recommend these 5 foundations and 5 concealers. Please help us out, like help our community out. Leave some comments down below with your favorite concealer and favorite foundation so that we can all read your comments. I always love to do that. And also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where I get to connect with everybody one-on-one. We have a lot of fun. A lot of my giveaways are linked to my Instagram and Twitter. So definitely do that. And yeah, subscribe. Give me a like if you like what you saw. Please go check out my girl, Stephi Glam. That girl is fabulous. You are gonna love her. You're gonna drink her up. Steffi, thank you so much for working with me. I really appreciate it. Love you, babe. And in Steffi's words, mwah. See you guys later. Bye.